Hey there, I hope you've had an amazing Christmas and gotten amazing presents. And of course, yes, I have the Christmas tree right here with me. But why would I have the Christmas tree with me if I'm doing a video? Well, it's because I have found some secrets to the symbology of Christmas, which I find rather fascinating and believe you would too. So, as the video to end off the year, here we go. The story of Christmas is about a guy named Santa who comes from the North Pole. And he's magical. He can eat all the biscuits, all the carrots. Well, he gives the carrots to the reindeers, and he drinks all the milk he wants and never gets diabetes and dies. Pretty cool superpower. Anyways, he comes from the North Pole, which my curious mind went, ooh, the North Pole, that's cool. What's at the North Pole? And so I went straight to Google Earth, as you can see here, literally bolted straight there. And, well, there was nothing. And I went, oh, that's just fantastic. But then I noticed something. Where they say the North Pole is, it looks very blurred out, very glitchy, pixelated. And I was thinking, I mean, I can understand this is like a computer simulated Earth, but still, wouldn't you want every area to be pristine? So if you wanted to see the ocean floor, you could see it and marvel at it and be like, ooh, I'm going to scuba dive down there. But no, they decided not to do that. So that made me think, okay, well, I'm going to look for a map of the North Pole because why not? Curiosity is amazing. So I looked, and then I found this image. And of course, it just looks like, I don't know, a fake image of a fantasy map that you could find in any fantasy book. But then I realized that the continents around it look like Greenland, Finland, Russia, and America. So I went, this is very interesting. And I realized that this map shows 4 gigantic landmasses separated by 4 streams, 4 rivers. And what place has 4 rivers that we hear about all the time? The Garden of Eden in the Bible. So then I was like, okay, this could be the Garden of Eden, and it could be where Santa comes from because it's at the north and we've got the 4 rivers, so cool. Then I got the curiosity to look further into ancient cosmologies because all the cosmologies of ancient civilizations around the world show the Earth as being like a flat plane with like a dome above it, pretty much like a cosmic egg. And there's only one organization in this world of ours that shows it differently as a spinning ball. And of course, yes, you can guess, that's NASA. And so because of that, I was like, okay, this is odd. So I looked further into Hindu cosmology because I love when a cosmology has many layers, many layered realms. It's like, imagine jumping between them, so cool, makes such a cool adventure. Anyways, so I looked at the cosmology and I found that they believed in something called Mount Meru, which was at the very center of the Earth. And this was a gigantic mountain, like really, really big. And it was black and magnetic, and it's the reason why all compasses point north. So I thought to myself, okay, well, if that is at the middle of the Earth, and this island that I found on this map is also located at the North Pole, then there must be some kind of correlation. And then I figured it out. In the Garden of Eden in Genesis, it talks about 2 trees. Well, I mean, I remember one tree, the tree of knowledge, but I'm pretty sure there are 2 trees, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge, the tree of good and evil, so forth. And so then I was like, okay, interesting. But then I was like, but why could Santa be this magical person when we're all stuck just being us? We can't fly, we can give to people and have people give to us, but we don't have the magical ability to eat and drink to our heart's content and never die of obesity. So what's the take here? And then it came to me. In the myth or the lore of the Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, it is said that in the first age there were 2 trees, one blue, pretty sure, or silver, and one gold. And they were really big, like really big world trees. And they the people that lived in this land were like elvish people. And there was a massive battle that happened, and they all dispersed out into the other regions of the world, of Middle Earth. And so my thinking is that the same kind of thing happened for us, where we existed first in this northern lands, which I call Origin Island, which, given the name, it's like the cradle of the human race, as it was in Middle Earth. And so what if we were really highly evolved beings back then, and when we migrated to the south, so like to the outer continents like America, Australia, Russia, you name it, what if some of us lost our ways, we forgot our ways, we forgot who we were, and we started just making do with what we had, and became like us, like humans, just plain simple like this, flesh and blood, so forth. But then there were others who still migrated, but they kept their magic, they kept their ways, they remembered. And what if those people, what if those beings became wizards? And what if one of those wizards became Santa, or is Santa? So, then I thought to myself, okay, well that makes an awesome story, great job. How does that tie into this? Well, I thought, well, because I've now thought of an amazing way to make it so that the story of Santa Claus is really just, enriched, and it can be seen in all mythologies, how could it be shown in the world we live in? If all the cosmologies of the world said our world is a cosmic egg, then surely we'd be able to see this magnificent beauty in the skies or around us. That's when I discovered this. This right here, the Christmas tree, represents Mount Meru. This right here, the star at the top of the tree, represents the North Star, Polaris. This is a star which you can look up. It is real, and it just doesn't move. You can look at images, and all the stars are going like this, and it does not move. And then I was thinking, okay, well, if Mount Meru is the Christmas tree of the realm, and Polaris, the North Star, is the star at top of the Christmas tree, then what would be the Christmas lights, the tinsel, and the ornaments, as well as the presents? So I kept thinking, and then I realized that in ancient traditions, they say in the sky, there are things known as, well, there's the fixed stars, and then there's the wandering stars. And the fixed stars are the constellations, so they could be seen as the tinsel. And the wandering stars are the planets, and they could be seen as the ornaments. And I was going, okay, nice, I like that. But then, what could the aurora borealis be? And I was thinking, well, because it's like an energy, it's like literally strands of energy above you, like a light show, what if that represents the Christmas holiday spirit of the season? And I was like, yes, that's it. And then I thought, but where are the presents? What are the presents? And that's when I realized we are the presents. We exist under a giant tree. Well, we used to, in my belief, because I believe that there was a giant tree. However, like many other giant trees, they were all cut down, and they held our connection to the high heavens, and we lost that connection. We forgot it. And so it is my mission to bring it back. And I discovered this with the Christmas tree and wanted to share it with you before the new year, so that you could realize that you are the gift you've always been looking for, and that the new year is going to be brighter than you can handle. I mean, not to the point where you're literally blinded, but to the point where the possibilities are endless and the abundance is profound. And until next time, have an amazing rest of your day. I wish you the best new year ever. And until next time, see you in 2025.